Arches National Park.
This is our first national park on this vacation.
Yep. We got there like at 6 a.m.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was early.
But we had to turn around to get some gas because we realized that we didn't have enough gas to drive us through the whole park.
We ran back into town, grabbed gas, but we were still, it was like 6:15, 6:20.
This is some of the sites on the drive up. So we basically drove from the entrance of the park all the way as far as we could drive. So this is some of the morning drive. The road is actually pretty decent. It was actually busy even at 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so we stopped at Devil's Garden Trail. This was our first hike. Here's a little Google Map action. This is where our campground was. And we drove into the park, and the trail started right about here. Wanted to see a few arches on this part of the trail, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. We only saw a couple. We had a little bit of a challenge.
The youngest guy is still a little afraid of heights,
Yeah.
which makes him being afraid makes me afraid. So,
So this is about 7:30 in the morning. It was pretty cool. It's about 80 degrees, but as you can see, it's still the trail was still had people on it, and so I don't know how early people started hiking on the trail, because there's people coming back from the trail when we were walking in. This is a pretty neat little canyon area going into the Arches area.
I was glad we got there when we did, because by the time we came out, it was really busy. Because we still had easy parking and everything.
This was our first sighting of some wildlife.
The deer is still right there.
Deer? This lady fell off the trail. I don't know how she fell off the trail. I didn't notice it until looking at the footage. But I guess she was looking at the deer.
Nah, that's a dude. That's a over here.
I think it was about a mile into the trail before we saw the first arch. Right?
I guess I can't remember back.
Yeah, it was about 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile. But here's the first arch that we got to see, landscape arch, and then in the background you can see, I think it's called Navajo Arch.
Behind it. And it looks so frail.
You'll probably see in some of the pictures here, there was a section that fell off, went back in the 70s?
You better remembering those details.
I can't remember. You can Google it, but it was actually much thicker, the arch was, but you can see like there's a big section on the right hand side where it kind of looks like someone just took a chisel and chiseled a piece of it out. But yeah, it's still there. I think this is the largest arch in the park. You said it's like what, a football field length?
Yeah. It's definitely the largest opening.
As you can see now, the sun is starting to come out, so we're trying to get as much shade as we can. So there's that little section. You see the little jut on the right-hand side, and where it meets with the big rock formation. That section fell out.
This is where we tried to climb up further back into the. We were trying to go see another arch back. I can't remember what arch we were trying to see back there, and you had to climb up there. But there was a big ravine down there.
Yeah.
And that's where Lyndon just started getting scared.
Looks like we're trying to get the tunnel. Oh wait, no, not tunnel arch, but wall arch. We're trying to see the wall arch, but we couldn't really go past the trail further than that. So we decided to turn around and see these other couple arches, Turret Arch and Pine Tree Arch. So after walking about a mile back, went to the tunnel arch, which is right here. Took some photos, and now it's starting to get pretty hot. It's probably about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning now.
And it was already pushing 100.
Yeah, and Elise is not happy.
She was a little grumpy.
I don't think it was 100 degrees quite yet. It's probably about in the mid 80s, high 80s.
I don't know, that day it got to 108 or 109 though.
Yep, so now we're walking the trail, short little trail from the other arch we just saw to this one. It's called Pine Tree Arch. This one's actually pretty cool. This is the first time we actually got to be pretty close to an arch for the day. Saw a couple other more deer along this trail. Didn't really get too good of pictures though. But I was actually looking for snakes and stuff. Never saw any snakes on this park anyway. We saw some snakes later on, I think in Canyonlands. But
Canyonlands, yeah. But I wanted to make sure that we did not run across any.
So this is Pine Tree Arch. I think there's a pine tree right there.
I think it's right in the middle of the arch. Probably hence its name.
Elise wasn't having us taking any photos, so I had to sneak some
That way,
pictures of her every now and then.
they don't like.
Oh my god.
Alright, so once we were done there at the tunnel arch and the pine tree arch, got back in the car and started driving back towards the entrance of the park.
And then we made stops along the way.
Yep. This was a pretty neat little hike here, about half a mile. This was, I think it's called Skyline Arch.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty close to the road.
Wasn't busy through here either.
No.
It was just like, it was a tiny little spot to pull off. It didn't have a lot of parking. We just happened to find a spot there. It was nice and quiet. Only a few people on the trail. Those trees and arches were, I thought, pretty cool. I liked them.
So here we're at the base of the arch. I'm taking a video of you taking a picture.
It's hard to get 5 kids in pictures and then make sure everyone is smiling, which never happens. So.
Stupid rocks in a way. Maybe I'll put this rock here.
Come on, Mom.
I think I have you.
I'm falling.
This whole
So after Skyline Arch, we drove a little bit more down. This place called Fiery Furnace. Pretty neat how these formations are made. I can't remember how they were made, but there's Elise not being happy again.
We had originally wanted to go through, and they have like these tours that you can take, but the little boys weren't old enough to go on.
A walking tour down there.
Yeah. I think you can pay to go on ranger tours or whatever.
Yep, so now we're down. This is where you can get really up and close and personal to the arches. So we went to this little window section. It's called. First stop. This is Double Arch. It's kind of one of the more famous arches at the park. It's a little short little trail, probably about a quarter of a mile off the parking lot. And there's the Double Arch. It's pretty neat. You can go up there and you can climb around the rocks and stuff. Of course, Chantel was freaking out because, you know, there's no mulch or wood chips to break anyone's fall in case they fell. So
I didn't mind that. It's just on that back side right there.
it's a straight drop
It's a
off.
straight drop off, and Jonah is fearless and just was climbing all the way up there, and I didn't want to have a kid fall to their death.
So we spent a little bit here, probably about 30, 45 minutes here, just kind of stay in the shade. It was pretty neat. It's like a little amphitheater feel.
It was fun there.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that.
And there's Lyndon. And now he's not afraid of heights, but whatever.
He was still a little worried. You could see him like holding on there.
Of course, Carson had to take his
dramatic poses all the
dramatic
time.
pictures. And I guess this is the elephants area. I guess those rocks are supposed to look like elephants.
Parade of elephants.
So a short little hike across the parking lot into the actual proper windows section.
At this point, though, it was hot.
Yeah.
From that area to over there was really hot.
Yeah, now it's probably about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon now. Oh, Lisa's happy.
It was amazing, though, how many people were in jeans and jackets, though, and didn't have water.
Yeah. So this is a big like loop trail type thing. As you can see, it's all gravel, so it's not like paved or anything. It's a lot of steps going up and down. I think this one is called Turret Arch for reasons that looks like a turret there, that rock formation. This is pretty neat.
What's a turret?
Turret, it's like a thing with a gun at the end of it, like a tank turret.
Oh, gotcha.
Things that shoot like cannonballs, turrets.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, I never asked that before.
So I guess it looks like a turret, I guess.
Okay, makes sense.
Where you shoot cannonballs from.
Oh, yeah, like in an old castle.
Yeah. Jeez. We do a lot of research before we go on these trips, but apparently not enough research.
It doesn't say that in like everything I read exactly.
So here we are trying to find some shade, but it's not working out too well for us. And this is like, I think it was called the South Window.
And the summer of 2017, the park was under road construction.
Yeah. And this is another arch. I can't remember the name of this one, but it was pretty neat. You can walk right underneath the arch, just kind of hang out. And again, another drop off on the one side, so the anxiety levels were pretty high. But got some shade underneath the arch and just kind of hung out. There's the turret arch again over there.
Was this double windows?
I can't remember what it's called.
The
whole area was called the windows section.
So the only arch that we didn't get to see, that's double windows, was the real famous one that you get to see on their license plates.
Yeah, the delicate arch.
Delicate arch, because that section was closed because of the road construction. They closed sections like a month at a time, and that section happened to be closed, and we were there at the end of July.
So a little bit more driving down, and we went back. This is towards the entrance of the park. This is the La Salle Mountains in the background there. La Salle Mountain viewpoint. So it's pretty much a small little plateau you can just walk out onto and see a whole bunch of the formations in front of you. From here you can see like what they call the Three Gossips. Off to the left there, the big kind of group of mountains is called the Park Avenue section. We didn't get to go in there.
We could have. It was open, but by this point, everyone was so hot and we had originally planned to hike it, and we were just like, okay, we're hot, we're ready.
There's the
Just
Bounced Rock. There's the Three Gossips.
Yeah, we were just ready to kind of check it out from this viewpoint and kind of be done. Go back and relax for a little bit.
Three Gossips again. And this is the visitor center. We stopped at the visitor center on the way out. At this point, it was pretty hot, so we went back to the RV.
Thanks, everyone.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll get the next video out in a couple weeks. Bye.